Hey everybody, this is Geneva of Geneva's Closett Talk Show. How are you doing? I am back. Okay. Why my thing say there was an error? Okay. I don't know what that was all about. My system said there was an error, but is there an error? And I gotta bring up the other phone because now I can't see. Hey everybody. Hey to all of my subscribers and closet seekers and ladies in blue and people that'll be sitting there not saying nothing. It's all right, you ain't gotta say nothing. Hey, I get it. I get it. Everybody don't feel like talking. What am I looking for? YouTube. I turned my volume down. For some reason my screen said my thing said that it had went down, said somebody on an app. And I'm not even on an app. Girl, guys, woo-wee, you would never guess who following me on Facebook. Shocked the bejeebers out of me. And I've been holding on to this information for my camera is definitely moving in a robotic way. It's not even my camera, got something to do with the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is off. I feel like I'm very off. Hey, Angela. Hey, LaShawn again. Hey, Veronica, Jackie, Ella, Keisha, girl, Lolo. How y'all doing? She said, Steve Harvey? Is that Steve? Girl. So anyway, so let me tell you how I found this information out. So anyway, so the other day, what is today? Today is Sunday. So Friday, it was a Thursday. I don't even know. I was minding my own business, being nosy like how I usually do, researching stuff, because this is what I do, okay? So I'm researching, and then I get down to, some names, right? And then so I'm like, let me look up these names on Facebook because these are not names that you hear all the time. So I'm not even going to Google search the names. I'm going to stick it in the search menu on Facebook. So one of the names I stick in there, I see some things that kind of link up a certain somebody, but I'm like, I'm not totally sure. It's not linking up enough for me. For my link ups, in order for something to be solidified, it needs to be at least a minimum of 3 to 4 link ups to make me feel like it was good. So anyway, so I go back to my names and I'm like, you know what? Let me look up this name. I go on Facebook, I put the name in a search menu, and then I click on it and look at their friends, and they friends said that we had one friend mutual. I must have looked at that friend and said, no, bitch. Really, bitch? So I click on the name and I said, hecky to the no. So my next thing was to reach out to the person and say, are you who I think you is? And guess who it was? It was Marjorie Harvey's ex-husband, Jimmy. What is his last name? Jimmy. That's who's following me. Matter of fact, let me look on my things. I can't even remember the man last name. Jimmy Townsend. That's exactly the last name. I said, oh, really, bitch? That's what we doing today? Is Jimmy? He following me. So anyway, so when I discover that this is him, because I'm not even totally sure if it's him, because I'm like, no, it couldn't possibly be. So I instantly started looking at the pictures. Then I'm like, I don't know. It couldn't possibly be. So I started looking at their postings. And since Jimmy don't post all the time on Facebook, his birthday just passed because his birthday is in the same month as my birthday in March. So I looked on there and March came up pretty quickly. And what do I see on there? Me saying to him, happy birthday. Because don't you know on Facebook, when it come up in your little notifications, whatever thing that is people birthdays, look, I got a lot of Facebook friends. I don't know all the Facebook friends, okay? But I at least try to, if the notification come up and I'm on Facebook that day, to go and say happy birthday to my people. So God dog it, I had said happy birthday to him. So I'm like, so he is my Facebook. So he followed me. So he must have friend requested me and me not even, because if you have a picture and you got many friends and your page look authentic, then I'll accept it, because I don't know if it's somebody coming from Geneva's Closet. So I don't know, but it at least have to appear to be authentic. I said, you got to be kidding me. So what I did was I sat there for a minute, I went to Chad and I was like, Chad, guess who followed me on Facebook? So I had went to go take his pictures. Don't you know that picture that I put up of him looking all buff and stuff? Because Jimmy is a handsome man. Won't he do it with the muscles and stuff? So I had got that picture and I went and got one of his pictures on Facebook and I put them side by side. And I said, that's him. And I took it and I showed it to Chad. I said, Chad. Chad said, that's him. That's 500% him. I said, okay. So I went in the messenger because I'm like, have we ever talked on Messenger? Did he say hi something? And we hadn't had a conversation on Messenger, but I went in Messenger and I said to him, let me go look and see what I said to him. Because I had to make sure that was him because I was, even though the pictures and the name and stuff adding up, I still wasn't sure. So I said to him, I said, this was Friday. I said Friday evening. I said, hello, Mr. Townsend. How are you? I was doing some research that led me to my own Facebook page. LOL. Are you the Jim L. Townsend I'm thinking of and have mentioned several times? And he responded back like a few hours later and said, yep. And that's what he said. He put YEP. Yeah. Because I assumed if he's following me on Facebook, that maybe he's seen me on YouTube or something and he knew who I was. So that's why I didn't even go into a full spiel of who I am. I just kept it as, are you the Jim L. Townsend that I think you are and that I have spoke of several times? And obviously he knew what I was talking about because he didn't question me about that and say, what, you spoke of what several times? So yeah. So I don't even know, maybe I don't know what to do with that. So you know what a sister like me did. I reached out to him again, but I tried to do it in a different way this time because I understand there's a lot going on, don't want to say anything bad because even though he said that he's writing a tell-all memoir about his ex-wife / the mother of his children, let the record show at any time he can change his mind on that because that's still at the end of the day his ex-wife and the mother of his children. So I don't want to, you don't want to go in speaking bad about somebody and be like, yeah, because I got some things how I feel about Marjorie and Steve, and I just would like to talk to you and get your feelings on and see what you got to say. You can't really go in like that because on a day-to-day thing like that could have been that day, and today he could be like, I don't even know if I want to speak on that because he got children and everything. So yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. I don't know, because whatever I said to him, I told him to think about it. I ain't trying to rush you, Jimmy. If you're paying attention, if you're looking, I would really love to speak to you, but I don't want to rush anything. I know there's a lot of stuff going on, and we know how Steve Harvey have a huge tendency of trying to intimidate people too. So I don't know, Jimmy, if they know that you talking about this book, if you've already mentioned to Marjorie about the book, or she found it out just like we all did on social media. But I don't even know if that book gonna come out, Jim. Because Steve, he has the ways of getting his lawyers and stuff involved. And if they don't want you to talk about something, hey, I don't even know. I don't even know. But you know what? Let me throw out something right quick. So I had went on, I was on YouTube yesterday and I seen a video that popped up in my suggested videos, and it was Steve Harvey's video that I guess was on his page, where I guess his oldest son, Steve's oldest son that he had with Marcia, Steve Jr. was on that asking him and Marjorie, so y'all getting a divorce? And Steve like, oh, Marjorie, we getting a divorce? Marjorie like, oh, we're getting a divorce? I didn't know we are getting a divorce. Yeah. And then Junior like, yeah, because I'm seeing it all on social media. They said you're getting a divorce. And Steve like, I didn't know we was getting a divorce. We getting a divorce. Marjorie like, oh, I didn't know we was getting a divorce. We getting a divorce. And I'm just sitting up there like, so then Steve was like, yeah. And they said we broke. And Marjorie's like, oh, we're broke. I didn't even know you broke. And I'm like, okay. All right. Okay. Y'all doing this just one too many times. Once, whenever someone says something about them and a divorce, there they go trying to come out and let us know that no divorce is happening. Time one, I will repeat, is the whole incident with Kim Kardashian with Kris Jenner, when everyone was talking about the whole Kris Jenner and Steve Harvey thing, her trying to take Margie man because she was trying to get her a talk show and all of this stuff. What did Margie go do? Like I said in another video, she instantly went and posted a video, posted a picture on her Instagram page talking about they best friends. My first thing, I started looking through, I was like, really, bitch, you ain't never posted a picture of you and Kris. Never on your page. I don't even see a picture on her page of both of y'all. Now all of a sudden y'all best friends. So for me, now it's not a problem with people trying to let you know that no, that ain't there to justify the situation. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, if that's what you want to do, do. But celebrities don't tend to do that, especially Steve. SC done said everything in the book about the man. He ain't came out and addressed none of that. He barely addresses a lot of things, just certain things he addressed. But anyway, time two is this one. When this article thing first came out with them getting a divorce, next thing you know, they took a picture of them on the grill. I guess Margie had just came back from her vacay, her month-long vacay with her daughter, whatever. And then they took a picture on the grill. Then they said it in the article that I read that Steve and Margie must be fine because they looked happy manning the grill. I said, really, bitch? So because two people are standing by the grill and Margie or Steve got a spatula in their hand and they smiling, that means everybody on good terms. Really, bitch? Really? Are you kidding me? I could have just had an argument with Chad and be pissed off to the highs of pissivity. My face could have been like this. What? You said what? And it's time for me to come on here. Hey, everybody. Hi, this is Geneva. Geneva's Closet Talk Show. I'm going to talk to you. We're going to talk today. What do you want to talk about? Okay, people, you have a great day. Bye. And then as soon as I click that button, get off and be like, this nigga, I can't believe. Rich. It don't take much. You could just be arguing. Really, you said what? Who said what? Who we her? And then somebody be like, okay, you ready to take the picture? Okay, cheese. Are you done? Did you take it? Is it good? Okay, great. Now, what did you say? You said what to who? Come on now. That don't mean nothing. Time two. Okay. And then they also put the picture up of Margie sitting in her red drop top Ferrari. It was a nice car, the red drop top Ferrari, because y'all know I like red drop tops. And the dog sitting on the passenger side. And then they said that, and Steve gave her a kiss, and that means that they were in love. And then this other thing that they did, talking about we broke and we get a divorce, and I know we was getting a divorce. So I'm like, what is that all about? Like, why y'all keep trying to come on here and let us know only with the divorce stuff that y'all not getting a divorce? And then Chad was like, Geneva. Really? What type of question is that? Steve whole thing, Steve brand right now is built off of him being a family man. Remember, he done made all of this money off of y'all women who sat up there and fell for that act like a man, think like a woman stuff. All of this motivational speech talk that he sits up there and does about women and relationships and children. Love you. Have a good day. Okay. Have fun. Right. You know what I mean? Right. All of that is based off of this whole family thing. If y'all found out that he was not really a family man, he had not treated his ex-wife good, him and Margie are getting a divorce, he's not really a good father, that would mess up his whole brand. That would literally start messing up stuff because y'all wouldn't be falling for it anymore, because it's mainly us women that have been falling for this whole thing. We are really the ones in the oohs and the ahs over all of his little motivational speech talking that he sits up there doing. And look, ain't nobody got a problem with people changing, because I have changed. I am nowhere near the person that I used to be. So ain't nobody got nothing wrong with changing. Margie sold drugs back in the day. Who cares? Nobody give a damn. A lot of people done. I sold drugs. He sold drugs. She done. You done sold. Not you. not you per se, but him and her, y'all done sold it. Your mama and your uncles and your cousins done sold it. We ain't gotta act brand new. People done did things. People done cheated in their relationships, messed up a good thing, didn't always do right by their children. You can come from that. You can redeem yourself. You can change. But my whole thing is be authentic. Don't be phony. Don't perpetrate. Tell what you have done, especially if you're a celebrity. I think that that's all the more why you should tell what you've done. I think that Marjorie owe it to the people. She owe it to the women. You know what I mean? To let the women know the things that you used to do back in the day. Yeah, I used to be out there slanging. I used to be out there. I was a hustler. I was a street girl. Those are the things that I did. I made bad decisions. I didn't always do the right things. I got with men and had children by men that I probably shouldn't have necessarily had done that. I did used to treat men a certain way and do a certain thing, but I come from that. And the reason why I'm telling you this story is because if there are any ladies that are out there or any men out there, whatever, that have lived that hustle life, you have been a thief, you have lied a lie, you've done whatever, like you can come from that. You can change your life and you can better yourself. Because I've done it. Me speaking like I'm Mark. I've done it, and you can do that too. But to sit up there and perpetrate, running around here in Italy and Milan, acting like this is who you are, and we done really had to find this stuff out because I really feel like it all really came to light when Obama pardoned Jimmy, and all of that stuff really started. People started researching and letting us know that he got pardoned because I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know too much about no lady heroin and about these other things. That's really when I started researching these things. And I was shocked because how she come off. But then again, yeah, I would be shocked about a lot of the things that I've done because I don't look like I've done those things. So Margie don't necessarily look like she, probably used to, be out there doing a little slanging. But she did. That's my whole issue. And maybe because I'm huge on speaking my truth. And the reason why I've spoke my truth and mentioned things like, why do y'all think? Please explain to me why anybody would think that I would want to come on social media in front of people that I don't even know and mention, because I don't have to tell y'all anything. I don't have to tell you that I used to be on Section 8, that I used to receive food stamps, that I have 4 children by 4 different men, and that I used to sell drugs, and I ain't got to say that. But my whole purpose of saying that is to let you know that I did it and I came from that, and you can too. And that don't have to define you. You can move past that. You can become a better person. You own government assistance now. You don't have to be on there forever. You have 4 children by 4 different men. You was promiscuous. You didn't make the best decisions, but that don't have to define you. You can make better decisions from here on out. You know what I mean? That's my whole purpose. You can be on public assistance, receive food stamps, have 4 children by 4 different men, and still run a business, and within 3 years make 6 figures like who? Like Geneva did. That's my whole purpose of telling these stories. And that's why I think it would do great for people, for Steve and Margie to tell their story. That's why I talk about her. That's why I say the things that I say. Not because she did what she did, because I don't care about no drugs. What? I got family members that sold drugs. Okay, and what does that mean? It was bad. You're wrong. They shouldn't do it again. Okay, people that went to jail for selling drugs. All right. Okay. So, yeah. And then I did some reading, and I read that Jimmy has 8 children, and his last 2 was by Margie. I said, oh, really, Jimmy? I didn't know you had an 8-piece. Said he had 8 children, and 2 of them, and the last 2 was by Margie. And based on my research, a lot of articles said that Jimmy and Donnell, which is Lori's father, were cousins. But based on my research, they are not cousins. I don't see anything that linked them as being cousins. Maybe they are, but I didn't see it. But what I did see was a guy by the name of McChristian and the Woods brothers. So it was Donnell Woods, his brother Bernard Woods, and it was like, I think, one or two other Woods. And the Woods brothers, and this other guy named McChristian, they all got arrested together. And they said that Donnell received less time and he got 36 months. So I said, Donnell out of jail? Because I thought he was still in jail, but based on my research, he's out of jail. So I was trying to pinpoint. I'm not done with this research yet. I'm far from done. By the time I get done, I'm going to be told y'all where Donnell is at and where some of his brothers is at. Okay? All righty then. Based on my research, they were trafficking drugs from Texas to Memphis. Donnell, not Jimmy, Donnell. They were trafficking drugs from Lufkin. I think it's called Lufkin, Texas, Lufkin County, Texas, somewhere in Lufkin in Texas, from Texas to Memphis. And because they said the DEA was watching them from 2001, from 2000 to 2002, something like that. And I think they got arrested in 2003, 4. Him and Lori was born in 97. And it said that in 2000, Marjorie and Donnell were married. And then a few years later, of course, they got a divorce when he was in jail. But it said that the DEA, because I got it all wrong. I got it wrong. I thought it was Jimmy and Marjorie who had the club together. And based on my research, it wasn't them. It was Donnell. That because the DEA was questioning him about a certain club that he had. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's that club that one of the people, I don't know if you're a subscriber or not, but you mentioned in the comments about being the Hawaiian Isle, because I knew it was some, because I said island or some, I couldn't quite remember. It's called the Hawaiian Isle. Island or Isle? I think Hawaiian Island, whatever. But that was in Memphis. And now based on what the lady said in the comments, she said that that club used to be, it was upscale. And she said it was doing its thug dizzle back in the day. Now, when I did my research on it, it appeared that it's still a club there, but it looked run down. So I don't know if it's not a club there anymore or if the club is still there, but it's just under a different owner. Now, if this is the club that I'm talking about, then this is the club that she was able to keep somehow. And that NBA player guy or basketball player guy, he helped her into keeping. I can't get his name. I don't have his name right now, but yeah, basically. Okay, now let me see what y'all talking about. Camille said that true hustler mentality never leaves. It don't. It really actually don't. Now, let me explain that to you from my version of it. Just from my version of it. Back in the day, I used to dibble and dabble too. That's why I said that I feel like in a weird sort of way, me and Marjorie have some things in common. Her situation with Jimmy is like almost exactly just like my situation that I had with one of my children's father. It practically went the exact same way, And so, right, I can definitely understand her a little bit. And I forgot what I was saying. What did this Camille say? The hustler traumatic. Okay, from my standpoint. Right. So back in the day, I used to dibble and dabble and do my thing. I was a hustler back in the day. Okay, it was a hustler. But what I didn't realize is that hustler thing actually helped me with the entrepreneur thing. Like I was a hustler / but I was really an entrepreneur, but didn't really know it. I was dibbling in illegal stuff instead of doing legal things. Later on in life, I ended up starting a business, and just the way that I handled that, the way that I knew how to flip my money or save my money until I was able to take it and invest and flip it and do things like that. All of that came from what had transpired years and decades before, and I didn't even realize it. So yeah, and then once you're a hustler, you're always a hustler. That hustle mentality and quick thinking, okay, so how do I do this? Or how do I get this money? Or how do I, that is kind of always there. You're probably just doing it in a legal way now. LaShawn said, only difference is that she has a bigger come up, way bigger come up. Case in point, how she was signing Mary Harvey's name on stuff while Steve and Mary were still married. That is true. That is true. That is one of the things Mary said. Mary said that Marjorie was signing things, Marjorie Harvey. Matter of fact, you seen it. You seen it because you looked at the dates on the papers. And the papers were saying dates that was before Marjorie married Steve, and she was already using Steve's name. But Steve allowed her to do that. Steve let her. You know what? But sometimes you just end up reaping what you sow. You know what I mean? Karma has a way of coming back to bite you in the booty. Because the thing about karma that I notice, that I try to tell people, is that karma, the Most High, basically, he doesn't care that you tried to get your life together, that you done got your life together. He doesn't care that you done went and got saved and you filled with the Holy Ghost, and now you know that Jesus done died on the cross for your sins. He doesn't care that you done went and got married and now you're faithful and you're not doing the things that you used to do back in the day. You are still going to get your karma. It's still going to come. Don't nobody care about any of those things. So you try to make a change in your life. The Most High don't care about your change. You're still going to get what you did. It's coming. Just wait. It'll be there. You thought it wasn't coming? You thought you had dodged it? Oh, only way you're going to dodge is if you kill yourself. Like I've said before, you kill yourself, you done dodged it, but I don't even know what that afterlife is like. That may be worse than the karma. You might as well just stay with the karma. My whole point of saying that is that it's the exact same things that Mary did to the Marcy girl, to the Marcy lady. Now, Mary claimed that she didn't know that Steve was married until Steve's mother told her, basically said to her, I can't believe that you sent up that land up with that man and he married. And Mary was like, really, bitch? That's not what she said to Steve's mama. But basically, she was like, really, he's married? And then based on what Mary said, she said that she told Steve that you better pay child support to Marcy and blah, 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 blah. But let me tell you this. I just seen some papers, which I will be showing you all. I just seen some papers that said when Steve Harvey was supposed to be paying child support to his children, his first 3 children. First of all, I wonder how do his first 3 children feel or felt when they seen Steve quickly deal with Marjorie, adopt her children, give them his last name, pay for everything, get him the credit card, 100% there, when he wasn't 100% there for them. You know, he wasn't 100% there for them. Marcia, is that her name? Marcia was taking care of them children by herself based on her child support papers. Based on her divorce papers, I was like, really? Because Steve Harvey was working at Apollo. Based on them papers, he was working at Apollo. Y'all tell me how come she had to keep having her attorney put a motion in to find out about his jobs and stop him from making certain moves with his businesses and with bank accounts to make sure that he wasn't moving money around and trying not to let her know about certain businesses. The exact same thing that he did to Mary, he had did to Marcia. He had already did that to her. It was a few motions put in. A motion put in about Apollo, a motion put in about that Wonder Love business, a motion put in about some bank account, some bank that she had her attorneys to do, where they were asking for no movement to be made with those things until they whatever they're supposed to be doing in the family. I was like, wow. And get this, people, guess who else Marcia and her attorney brought up in their divorce about Steve Harvey? Mary name appears. I'm going to show y'all the papers. Y'all think I'm lying? You know I'm going to show you the papers. Mary name appears in there. In the midst of the divorce, Marcia felt some sort of way about Mary having her hands up and dibbling and dabbling up in Steve Harvey. Because why would her name be inside their divorce papers? Why would Mary's name be in there? Just like Marjorie's name was inside Mary's divorce papers. And why was Marjorie's name inside Mary's divorce papers? Because Mary knew that Steve Harvey was already messing with Marjorie, and she wanted to make sure that Marjorie hands wasn't in money, or she wasn't moving stuff around, and she had actually had a motion put in or something, but the judge said something about that she had did it in Atlanta or something or somewhere else. And that's where Margie was staying at. Margie wasn't staying in Texas. So since she wasn't in Texas, Mary couldn't do or something around along. I'm telling you, it's almost like there's nothing new under the sun with that whole situation. Just like Marcia knew that her husband was cheating, Mary knew that her husband was cheating. You know. Now, how is Margie gonna handle this situation? The hustler in me tells me that the hustler in her would never allow herself to be gotten like how these last two ladies have. I think that she done paid attention to that. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if she done stored some money to the side. I wouldn't be surprised. That's what a hustler would do. Oh, let me say something else. So I was sitting up there looking at some of them pictures, you know, because I was being nosy. You know, y'all know I'm nosy. You nosy too. Stop trying to play games. So I was on, I think Margie's Instagram page, and there's a specific picture on there where she is sitting. It almost looked like they're at a fashion show because you just see seats, and Marjorie and her daughter are sitting in the front seat, dressed beautifully, just looking very beautiful, you know, sitting in the front seat. And everyone else, all the rest of the white people, because they're like the only black people there that I've seen in the picture, and all the rest of the people were sitting behind them, and they're just sitting there almost like they're at a fashion show. The first thing I thought when I seen that picture was, Steve, you better be worried about your girl. I mean, you letting your boo-boo out there traveling like that? She gonna been picked her up one of them rich men. Marjorie out there networking. A real hustler would be networking. Now, I don't know if she networking on a business, because I don't see no business. I don't see her talking about no business. She finna come out with some linen or some shoes or a cap or some weave. I don't see her networking with some bit, but networking with some men, some millionaire. I bet you she dibbling and dabbling all up in the millions and them billions. You don't think she dibbling and dabbling? You don't think she, come on now. She's sitting up there dressed to the T. Her and her beautiful daughter, because they're both beautiful, dressed to the T, out there in all of these countries, Russia and the Maldives, and China, and here, by yourself, just two damn near looking single women. Y'all don't think any of them white men is impressed and a little bit intrigued by that and want to come over there and holler and see what's up? They don't give a damn about no Steve Harvey, if they even know who Steve is, if they even give a damn. Anybody think about no Steve? Men don't care if you got a man and that you got a ring on. They'll still holler. Y'all don't think the man out there was trying to holler at her and her daughter? You don't think that she done had a conversation with her daughter while they was out there traveling, that look, I done sit up there and go through all the things that I done went through in life, so you can sit up here and be dating these rapper guys. So you can sit up here and date you a Trey Songz or a Future or a Diddy or something like that. You better get you one of these Middle Easterns, million billionaires. You better get you one of these rich Chinese, Russian men. The hustler in me tells me that the hustler in her would say something like that. Because if you dibbling and dabbling and networking like that, why have your child sit up there and get with some rappers? You know what I mean? Really? Some R&B singers? Why? Why would you do that? And we traveling all around the world. Steve, really? I don't know if Margie's so much worried about Steve. She probably got that on a little bit locked. Steve know not to show too much of any type of cheating now. But shoot, I don't know if you should be letting her out like that. I don't know. She gonna have a Rolodex if you ever leave her, she all right. She probably got about a Rolodex of men, million and billionaires already there. I don't know. I just looked at that picture and I was like, wow. Wow. All right then. Steve. Steven. I know that ain't your name, but I like to call you Steven. The Most High don't care that you trying to get your life together. The Most High don't care that you done sat there and told all of us that this woman done came and made you a better man. The Most High don't care that now you have a relationship with all your children. That now you have a relationship with all. The Most High don't care that you trying to sit up there and give us motivational speeches about family and life and God and women and how women should be treated. He don't care about that because you still got to get your karma. Karma still's coming. It's still coming. He don't care about you bettering your life. You still got to get the karma so you can remember what you did, so you can know to never do it again. Because just because you haven't did it, that don't mean you can't backslide and end up doing it. So he gonna remind you when you thought that he done forgot all about it. Oh, it's gonna come back. Oh, it's gonna chug a lug in there. And I'm telling you, because I'm speaking from experience, I have sat there and thought that my doo-doo didn't stink, that I was all right. And then the Most High threw some karma in my face, threw some stuff that I had did to someone else back in my face. And I literally had to sit with that. It didn't matter how much of a better person I thought that I was becoming. The fact of the matter is that I had did some things and I had to get mine back for that. So I'm just letting you know, Steve, nobody care about your speeches. You know, you may have a tons upon tons of women oohing and eyeing over everything that you say, but he ain't going. Won't he do it? He will. He does. They said, reap what you sow. That's what Uno said. A real hustler like me would have already. Angela said, but a real hustler like me would already have stacks of his bread at the bank in Paris. Won't he do it, Angela? And that's what I'm thinking about Jimmy. Now, I'm thinking that Jimmy would have probably had to have been thanking him and Margie sitting up there talking on the phone for 17 years. You mean to tell me that it ain't no conversations in that 17 years that Margie is telling him, I got your back? When you come out, I'm going to make sure that you're okay? Because like I done said umpteen times, based on what I read, the relationship did not fall apart because he cheated on her. Because he was mean to her. He was beating on her. He wasn't taking care of the children. He wasn't being the man that she wanted him to be. He was. We see the type of man that she likes. She like hustle type of man. She like, Jimmy got some muscles. She likes street men. Steve ain't no street man. That's why we see that they talked before in the past and she went on about her business, basically. And Steve can't try to sit up there and say, well, the reason why we didn't talk is because I was already in a relationship. Really, nigga? Really, bitch? That ain't gonna work. We already know your stilo, bro. We already know. That ain't got nothing to do with it. No, she didn't want you. Let's just keep it. She didn't. She went back. She likes street men. She like her hustle type of men. The men with the muscles that be, making they money and selling and stuff like that. And what the hell was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. But whatever I was saying, I don't know. Steve's not her type. I forgot what do y'all know what I was saying? Hey, Alicia girl, how you doing? Hey, Deborah. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. They didn't break up because of anything bad. They broke up because he took, like who said that? Like Deborah said, he took the rap for her, and he took the rap for her because he loved her. He took the rap for her and his brother. And the reason why he did that is because their daughter was 5 years old and she's pregnant with Jason. She's pregnant with the son. He don't want nothing to happen to his children's mother. So yes, I'm pretty sure they did talk on the phone for 17 years. And I'm pretty sure there was some conversation of, I got your back. I'm going to make sure you taken care of. You're taken care of when you get out. Now, she didn't know the way her life was going to go, but God dog it, I bet when Jimmy seen that she was with Steve, even though he had life, when he found out he was being pardoned, you can't tell me there's somewhere in this man, like, I don't know, because he said that at a certain point they had stopped talking because of Steve. I wonder if that was the beginning of, really, bitch? So did you forget about me? Did you forget how I took this rap for you? Did you forget how we talked on the phone for 17 years and you said that you was going to have my back when I got out? Now, I know that I'm going to be sitting in jail forever, but probably got his back like sending him money, I know I'm going to be sitting in jail forever, but dang, so you're not even going to accept my phone calls some more, so just nothing. I'm pretty sure he felt some sort of way about that. But now you find out that you being pardoned, you would think, especially since I said the connection of it, it appears that Steve and them knew, Marjorie knew, because like I said, it was like pretty much right after Steve interviewed Obama. The next thing you know, this whole pardon thing happened, and just so happened, Jimmy ended up getting out of jail. You would think she done put something to the side for him. You with this man with all these millions, they sitting up there talking about a net worth of 160 million. I don't know what you got. I don't know if 160 million means 160 million dollars worth of assets, and really all you got in the bank is 100,000. I don't know, but all I know is the way Margie been traveling and spending. You got some. You got that black credit card. What you got? What? Every month, Margie having a party. She having some events. This month is going to be the May Festival. Next month, she's having June Jambalaya. July, she having July Jack-o'-lantern. I don't know. She throws an event every month. And everything she goes to do, we don't always see Steve there. That whole time she was gone, did y'all see Steve in any of them pictures? Just a one picture. Did you see a foot, a hand, part of his bald head? Did you see a side of his lip? Did you see him in any of them pictures? I don't know, people. I'm just giving my opinion. Well, no, some things I'm giving facts, and other things I'm just giving my opinion. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. So, Cheryl said that will come back to them all unless they really repent and serve God. I don't know what he's serving. GS So Dramatic says Charlene undercover divorce high. Yep, Steve was the last to know. They can fool everyone, but God, we have to be a fruit inspector. Steve is still doing things that are crooked. I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me. I didn't say that. Who has said that? Cheryl said that. Because y'all know I don't be gossiping. Hey, Elizabeth. Did I say hey to Elizabeth? Hey, Jimmy Davis. How you doing this fabulous, fabulous Sunday evening? Did I say hey to Camille? G. Hudson said, please believe Margie's ahead of all of this. She has a plan B, C, and D. All of them to E to Z. Because just in case B, C, and D don't work, she done already figured out E, F, and G. Oh, don't you think she ain't thinking about that? Smart women are always ahead of the game. Steve has too many secrets in his closet. Yeah, basically. I'm not one to gossip. Whatever. Y'all know how the rest go. Y'all already know. So Dramatic said, Geneva, on Essie's Live, somebody called in and said Jim asked Margie for millions and she said no. Jim and Margie have always kept in touch and Jim probably thought she was coming back. I don't know why he would think that, and she's with Steve. Now, I was wondering if she was over there, like they was probably hooking up or something, getting together. She done went over there to see how he was doing. Because he still looked the same. He still looks the same. So I was wondering how she went back over there to see how he was doing. Now, I don't see why he wouldn't ask her for money. I don't see why she wouldn't just give him a little something. I mean, like, why wouldn't you? I mean, what did he do something wrong in the whole time he was in? He was sitting in jail. Like, what could he have possibly done wrong in jail? You know what I mean? Sitting in there since what, 90 something? He been in there forever. Because he tried to do an appeal in 2004. And they denied his appeal in 2004 because I don't even remember. It was a whole bunch of habeas corpus and a whole bunch of other legal lingo that I don't understand. But yeah, like 10 years later, he tried to do a appeal and they denied it. So then what? He ended up waiting another 12 years or something. Wait, no, I said 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13 years before he end up getting out. Mm-mm. I believe that too. I believe that Steve is her baby. Oh, and let me say something. I have to throw this out because I seen a few people. Because don't y'all remember in that video where I was talking about Steve? You know that last video I was talking about Steve. Where I had mentioned, what did I say? I had said something about Steve working. I mentioned about him working and his money and his assets. And to me, it doesn't appear that he has as much money as he says that he has. And somebody said something about a person's work ethic and people working and that Steve probably got a good work. No. I mean, we can't believe everything we hear. We can't believe that. That's stupid. I think that that's pretty stupid to say. I think that it's pretty stupid to say. I mean, maybe it could be a smart thing to say. I don't know. My opinion is that I don't see how anybody in their 60s and 70s who said they were tired could still be wanting to work. So you mean to tell me Steve Harvey would much rather work than go on a month-long country vacay with Marjorie? So he would much rather be at work than to be vacating with his beautiful, lovely wife that he always talking about, so beautiful that he loved. Why would he do that? I thought that he liked to sit back and smoke his cigars and golf. So you mean to tell me Steve Harvey at 60, what is he, 1, 3, something like that years old, he would much rather keep catching flight after flight, dealing with these different, going to Family Feud and all of this other stuff, than to sit up there and smoke a cigar and go golf with his friends at 60 something years old because he got a good work ethic. Is that the same work ethic that y'all talking about that Beyonce have? That one that make her seem like she's a robot? That one that when you watch her, you say that she must be a clone or something because this is ridiculous. No one does that. That's the same type of stuff people be saying with Beyonce. Like, don't say nothing about her. She just have a good work ethic. Oh, come on now. Really? It is something deeper going on. You can't possibly believe that. Where they do that at? I have never, in the history of my life, of knowing women who have been pregnant, who were working, seen a woman that was happy. She was elated to go back to work and to be away from her child. She just couldn't wait. I mean, she wanted to draw the time out. I mean, yeah, she probably was ready to get back to work, but can she at least have more time with her children? And really, she wanted to go back to work because she needed to pay her bills. People can't take that much time off because they only giving you so much off the baby, having a baby time. Come on now, you can't possibly believe that she done sat up there and got one child, sits up there and have twins, then does award shows, makes new songs, does videos, and does a whole thing for Coachella because she got a good work ethic. Really? And y'all, and people be believing that. I believe this. The world have so many different sayings and so many, they will spit it all out to you and say stupid things that make no sense. And they'll say it to you and say it in a voice and say it very educationally and as if they are saying, I don't even know. And it makes no sense, people. On your own, you have to be like, that makes no sense. Like one thing right now that I can tell you that makes no sense, has never made any sense to me. I think I've said this before, is that you want your cake and eat it too. What does that mean? Of course I want my cake and eat it too. If you buy me a cake, I'm not supposed to eat the cake. So you want your cake and you want to eat it too. Now I know what they're trying to say or what that is supposed to mean, but to put it in that way makes no sense. So because it makes no sense, then I want my cake and eat it too. So you want your cake and eat it too? Of course I do. It's my cake. I can't eat my cake. Now I can see if it was your cake, then it's like, oh, you want my cake and then you want to eat it too. Now that would make a little bit more because it's your cake. I bought you a cake and now I'm trying, but it's my cake. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. It does not. And keep telling me that people at 60 and 70 that are supposed to be millionaires just got a good work ethic. I don't believe that. I believe that they don't have all the money that they say they have. I believe that this celebrity game got them on lock. I believe that when it says they got 160 million, maybe they got 159 million in assets and $1 million in the bank. Because something is totally off. To me, you can't tell me you got $160 million and you still working. Like I said, that don't make sense because people are retiring off of way less, off of pensions, 401ks, and Social Securities checks and barely making it and still retiring because they ain't got no choice because, you know, they paying a little bitty baby mortgage. If $160 million is not enough money for you to go sit down, go smoke a cigar, travel with your wife, and go play some golf, then that means you do need to sell some of your properties. Keep selling them. Sell some of them properties and sell some of the other stuff. Because obviously you're living above your means and you can't afford your mansion-y life. And all of that big stuff that you buying and that huge mansion, that huge light bill and water bill for the pool and the jacuzzi and the water fountain and everything, obviously is tad bit breaking you. Because 160 million can't retire you, that you still need to be working at 60 something years old. And wait a minute, because somebody said, don't say 60 something is old. Don't say, I just want to know what's retirement age. What is retirement? Retirement age is what? Retirement age is 66, 67. So I didn't say it was old. I just say that shouldn't you want to like sit down somewhere and you got all of that money? That's what I said. You know, somebody said that, like, don't be saying 60 something like it's old, as if retirement age, you know, they was like, he want to work. As if retirement was at 70 something and I was way off. No, I'm on. It says currently the full benefit age is 66 years and 2 months for people born in 1955. And it will gradually rise to 67 for those born in 1960 or later. Early retirement benefits will continue to be available at age 62, but they will be reduced. So he's at the retirement age with millions of dollars, people retiring off of way less, but this man is working. No. I believe that maybe, I don't know. Like, can they withdraw the money out the bank? So if Beyonce wanted to go right now and she wanted to withdraw $50 million out the bank, can she withdraw that? Can she withdraw 20 million, 10 million, 5 million? Will they let her do that? Or do they got her bank accounts on lock to make sure that she ain't never outside of that contract? They gonna have this woman working until she's Tina Turner's age. Okay? She gonna be 70, still on the stage, talking about if you got me till you could have put a ring on it. Just 70, still up there trying to get it with grandkids and stuff. And it's gonna be some of y'all out there talking about leave her alone. She just a hard worker. She just got that work ethic. Really, bitch? She's at $5 billion. Her and Jay-Z together got 10 billion at 70 some years old, and y'all still talking about she just got a good work ethic. Oh Lord. Okay, now. They ain't letting that girl take that much money out the bank. We'll let you swipe your credit card, We'll let you go make some purchases, sign some things so we can withdraw the money out. You can sign some contracts. We'll let you take a little cash out because we see Floyd Mayweather doing it all the time. But as far as you thinking you finna take huge amounts of money and transfer it somewhere and pick up and run off and say, I'm done with celebrity life, we ain't finna do that. You see what they did to Dave Chappelle? Dave Chappelle said one of the reasons why he came back was because he was broke. Now, what was all that money after he had? Now, I know that he didn't do that that contract because he said that, you know, he said the game wasn't right. So we know he picked up and left to go to Africa. But before he went to Africa, he had money. Well, he had just spent it all? Or did they not let him have it all? What did they do with that money? Did they seize, put a hold to some of that money? Be like, really, nigga? You think you gonna just run off? We trying to make money off of you. You was making us pretty good money. We ain't finna just let you run off like that. So you can keep talking about people got good work ethics if you want to. I am not easily convinced. You cannot tell me anything and I'm just gonna go along with it. I'm not. I second guess everything and everybody. And I told you I'm a huge side-eyer. And if something don't sit right with me or it don't make no sense, I don't care how many of y'all are repeating it. Every single last one of y'all can repeat it. If it doesn't make sense to me, then it doesn't make sense to me. So that's all I'm saying. If y'all say that they got a good work ethic, then hey, Beyonce can keep having kids, and 10 days after she have her kids, she can keep making videos. And y'all can keep talking about that's work ethic. Jay Walker said, I heard they kill celebrities that try to withdraw all their money. There was a video on it a few years back. Now, I believe that. I believe that because that makes sense. That totally makes sense. That's why they end up being locked in there. And they're huger celebrities, like working forever. Just keep on working. Just ain't never done working. And like I said, Beyonce is just weird anyway. Beyonce is weird. And this is how you know Beyonce is weird, because I've mentioned this before. Because I like to watch RuPaul Drag Race. And the reason why I like to watch that is because I just be in awe of how men can make themselves look like women and how they pad their bodies up and make them booties and them breasts and them hips and thighs and stuff. I just be like, what in the world? So I like to watch that because it's pretty interesting. But anyway, this I knew that Beyonce was off. She's weird. Anytime drag queens don't want to impersonate you because they said that you don't have no personality, you're off. You're like the biggest celebrity ever. And on RuPaul Drag Race, they said one of the celebrities that is a bomb to impersonate is Beyonce. And they said because she has no personality. They don't know how she is. How is she? We don't know because everything is always scripted. Like I said, she can't even take a picture normal. Her pictures are dead. And she's standing there with her daughter and they dead looking at her and Jay-Z. They just looking weird and arms falling to the side. Just very weird. Very weird. Every other celebrity you know can come on and do a quick video and say hey to everybody and come on Instagram or Snapchat. She can't even do that. You can't even come on and give a 10-second motivational speech or 10. She ain't. When does she do that? She don't never. She's off. She has no personality. We don't know who she is. If it wasn't for her singing and dancing, then what is there about her? And we all know that there's more to a person than singing and dancing, but that's about all we got. That's about all she done gave us. Okay? It's something about Texas. She mixed with Creole, and she can sing and dance. And she's married to ugly Jay-Z, and she got them 3 kids. And, you know, I don't even know. Blue Ivy got more personality, and I don't even really know, you know. And they tried to do Blue Ivy on RuPaul Drag Race, and that was a bomb because you barely done heard anything from her. And anyone can say that she's trying to protect the, you know. Because I remember Beyonce saying one of the reasons why she never spoke a whole lot is because she got some words from Oprah, and Oprah said, "Don't tell everybody your business." But even Oprah come on and give motivational speeches, so Girl, bye. You're a robot. You're a clone. I don't know what you are. I think they made her in a room in a lab or something. And her mama and daddy, they went and paid for her. You know, like she is, maybe she's a test tube baby or something. I don't know. But something is totally off. Maybe they paid for her to have better genes, because you can do that now. Just like you can pay to have a boy or a girl, you can pay to have twins. You can pay to make sure that your child have blue eye, green eyes. Maybe they paid to make sure that she danced a certain way and she was really talented or something. Something off about her. I can't put my finger on it, but it's something totally off about her. My opinion. Because I know there's people out there that love her. Them Stepford Wives. Come on now. One of my favorite movies. One of my favorite movies. I like the Stepford Wives. Okay, something is totally off. He said Beyonce is Jay-Z Stepford wife. Like I said, she's off. Because I know y'all notice it. I know y'all done seen it. But I saw on YouTube her great-great-grandmother, famous voodoo witch in Louisiana. Ooh, Angela, girl, don't even get me started with that. Because I told y'all I didn't research that. I sat there for about 3 days and did a full research. By the time I got done, I told y'all they got a Darien cemetery out there. It's a Darien, wait, Beyonce and Darien. Because y'all know Beyonce, two families' last name is Beyonce. It's her father's, I'm talking about her mother's side. Beyonce is her mother's father's side of the family. Tina knows. Tina, because she's not a nose anymore. Beyonce is on Tina's father's side of the family, and Darien is on Tina's mother's side of the family. Whatever it is, I'm telling you, they were dating each other. The Dariens and the Beyoncés eventually came together. They were all in Louisiana. And then based on my research, somebody in the Beyonce side, a cousin or somebody got with somebody on the Darien side, and they came together and they had children. So it was definitely a family of people sleeping with each other. But y'all know, if you go way back in Beyonce's on the, I think it's the Darien side. If you go back on the Darien side, remember that man, that French man that they said discovered Louisiana or the Bayou, or that's why they call it Creole or whatever now. And he's a white man, a French man. You know, Beyonce's line goes way far back. It goes far, far back. It goes so far back that you start seeing dukes and kings, and you start seeing knights and stuff like that on her mother's side of the family. Very interesting. Very interesting. Her family is very interesting. I can definitely tell you that. Yeah, them Darien cemeteries out there, the whole parish. What is it called? Parish something parish. They are known over there. There are a few last names. Broussard, Bruzzard. I think there's a Trussard, Truzzard. All of those. Paris, Louisiana. I'm telling you, they are big. You could just research Beyonce and them. The last name Beyonce, you can research it in certain parts of Louisiana, and you'll see the family members pop up. News reporters, and you know that they somehow are related. And I do not care if they are white people, because Beyonce is, you know, you can look at it and tell, you know, that's the father, that's the dark skinned one that we have always been questioning. Let the record show. That's why we wasn't too surprised when we found out that Beyonce had bought that old church in Louisiana. Like, who was surprised about that? Wasn't nobody surprised about that. It makes sense that she would buy that old church and stuff out there, because she got huge, thick roots and stuff out there. Yeah, Bruzzard. Yep, they're, yep. That's their last names. That is their last names. Isn't that where? Yep, it sure is. And then they said that Solange had bought some property out there and whatever, and Solange property was run by this certain woman that handles their estate. And so then based on my research, I found that lady that handled the estate and I found the property. But where my research stopped at was very interesting, was that the same lady that handles Beyonce and them estate and had got them that house in Louisiana, she was handling Frank Ocean's and had got Frank Ocean a house in Louisiana and stuff too. And I was like, wait a minute, wait a cotton picking minute. Frank Ocean. And you know, there's some very interesting things about Frank Ocean too. Did y'all know that? Because we ain't heard from Frank Ocean in a long time. Now, y'all know Frank Ocean was messing with that Italian designer man. He's very weird, but all the celebrities that be wearing certain clothes like Rihanna, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj and all of them, they have all worked with him before because his Instagram page is weird. He's got weird pictures and did things with blood and skeletons and models be all looking weird or whatever. Frank Ocean was sleeping with that man. I felt like they was at some type of Illuminati party and people was over there wearing masks and stuff. All I know is that we ain't heard from Frank Ocean in a long time. And I do that research and they say that the same person that's handling Beyonce and them estate got something to do with Frank Ocean. And Frank Ocean home is right next door or really close to the home that Solange purchased in Louisiana in the exact same area. Yeah, I was like, okay, are they related? It's something to do with Frank Ocean's mother. Let me tell it, it's something to do with her mother. I didn't continue my research, but I was starting on his mother, and I think it's something with her. But I haven't, like I said, put my finger on that one either. But I would like to. Jimmy Townsend, Marjorie's ex-husband, the one that just got pardoned out of jail, her first two children's father, the one that was talking about doing that tell-all memoir. The one that said that he was talking to her for 17 years. And then as soon as she got with Steve Harvey, she stopped talking to him. That one. Following me on Instagram, following me on Facebook, didn't even know that. Had no idea until Friday when I was being nosy doing some research and then I found it. I don't know what she's doing with that church. That's an interesting question, blogs. What is she doing with that church? What's the whole purpose? See, you see what I mean? The weird stuff. Weird. Why are you buying the church? Is it a family church? Is that what it was? It could have been. Even if white people went there. I told y'all she mixed with the white and stuff in there. It's in there. On both sides. On Beyonce and Darion's side. Because what is his name? Andis. I don't know, but I don't know if you ever seen Beyonce's grandfather before. Tina's father. Is it the father? Right. I don't know if y'all seen Tina's father before. It's on both sides. And Tina and all her sisters do not have the same mother and father. I'm telling you, I better pay. Look at them last names. Tina and her sisters and them do not all have the same mama and daddy. Because I think Tina's mother and Tina's father had already had children separately. Then they came together and had Tina. And I don't know if they had Tina and someone else or if they only had Tina together. I'm not quite sure. I have to go back and look at my notes. But that's weird. Like, why are you buying the church? Like I said, she's weird. It's very weird. Very weird lady. What Dixie say? Oh, Nicholas said, hey, did you see that video today? Yeah, I was just talking about that video. I was just talking about them sitting there talking about Junior, Steve Harvey Jr. was like, yeah, the blogs are saying that you're getting a divorce. Or I'm getting a divorce. I didn't know it was giving you. Are you getting a divorce? I didn't know we were getting a divorce. Oh, they said we're getting a divorce. I'm getting a divorce. I'm like, oh my God. And then Steve was like, yeah, they said we broke. Oh, we're broke. I didn't know we were broke. I'm like, oh, give me a break. They're so phony. Every time something, like I said earlier, every time something is going on with their divorce, the first thing they do is come on and try to let us know ain't nothing going on with their divorce. But like I talked with my man, and it all makes sense. He's doing that because his whole brand is behind family. If it came out that him and Margie was getting a divorce, or he was a horrible father, or he wasn't really good to women, it would mess up the whole brand thing for him. He's not just doing that comedian life anymore. He got a whole motivational speaking, I'm a family man type of thing. So I believe that's why every single time someone says something about the divorce, then all of a sudden they need to post a picture or make a stupid little video. I'm not going. I'm not, like I said, I'm not easily convinced. You can make however many videos you want. Y'all can sit there on a yacht with the wind blowing in your hair and make however many videos, take however many pictures and post them and say we in love and put the kissy and heart emojis. I'm not easily convinced, because I know that all you got to do is you can be anything that you want to be on social media. You can come off any type of way that you want to come off on. So if you want to be a happy person, you can be a happy person all day long on social media, then click off and be angry. You can come on social media and be happy and smile, then click off and argue with whoever you pissed off with. What does that mean? You can come on here and be motivating, and inspire everyone. Get off, go lay in the bed and be depressed. You can be whoever you want to be on social media. So Steve Harvey making these videos, them posting pictures, I'm not going. That don't mean anything to me. It means nothing to me. But I am very interested in knowing, where does Radar Online keep getting their information from? They getting it from something. They getting it from somewhere. Radar Online every week do not make articles about Steve Harvey. Every week they're not talking about Steve. Every 2 weeks they're not talking about Steve. But every once in a while they'll put an article, and in that article they'll say that they got some news from somebody that told them something. Somebody sitting over there saying something. They need to be a little bit more concerned with that than trying to let us know that everything is okay. Who over there in your camp is telling certain things? Now, I'm not saying everything the Radar Online report is true, but what I'm saying is that everything that you post on social media, I'm not believing either. You know what I mean? Basically, in a nutshell, for the most part, that's what I'm saying. But anyway, yeah, Uno, that's that perpetrating. I'm not huge on perpetrators. Be who you are. You are who you is. Be that. You ain't got to lie. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. Oh, dag, Dixie. Dag. I'm going to read Dixie comment. Dixie went a little hard. Do you know? Dixie said, I hope, even though I despise her, that Margie cleans Steve out and leaves him sleeping in a 70s Buick. He's in a Buick, you know. Dixie serious. She ain't playing no games. She said, clean them dry. Clean them dry. I don't wish bad on him. And the reason why I don't wish bad on them is because I wouldn't want anybody to wish bad on me. I mean, I really don't. Even with all the weird and crazy and probably bad things I done in my life, I would hate for someone to be mad at me or be jealous of me or to be whatever of me, just to not like me and be like, man, I hope that her relationship falls apart. I hope that whatever happened with her kids, I hope that her business don't work and she lose her this. And I would hope that people don't say that about me, even though I'm pretty sure there's no matter. I know that people do. I know that they do. But so I don't want to say that just because I'm worried that that's going to come back on me. And plus, I don't even need to say that. I mean, whatever's going to happen to him is going to happen to him. All we got to do is, like my normal thing, sit back and let life play out, because it's not our life. Y'all doing your own thing. I'm over here doing my own thing. We really got our own lives, and we're not really invested in Steve Harvey. We can care less about Steve Harvey. This ain't nothing but a little bit of celebrity gossip, drama, gossip talk, basically. Because really, We have our own lives. We deal with our own things and paying bills and children and relationships and hanging out and your friends. And so we, so we technically really got our own things going on. So I'm cool with just sitting back and letting life play out. And because I do YouTube videos, if I do see something that interests me, because everything that they write about Steve Harvey, I don't come on here and talk about it. But if it's of interest, I'm interested, then I come on here and talk about it. But personally, I don't care about Steve Harvey, really. But certain things is very interesting. And one of them is who Marjorie was before she got with Steve. Back when she was back with Jimmy and they were selling drugs or whatever. I'm a little interested in that. And that's just because I'm nosy. That's just the nosy part of me. That's not the overly concerned because I'm totally invested. That's not that, because I'm not invested. That's just I'm nosy. That's it. That part of me just wants to know who she was back then, And maybe it can, like I said earlier, maybe it could inspire some people. 200 Cola said, don't be talking about them Buicks. Them Buicks are solid. Them Buicks well, them old school cars always are better, aren't they? Aren't they better? Just like my mother and them would probably talk about the cars back in their day and say that those cars are better than the other cars, which they are. Because these cars, all you got to do is bump them. And then they just like bend like a Coke can. Hey, Ty, how you doing? Yep, you ain't never lied. We just observe and see the BS in people. That's it. That's all we doing. Just doing a little talking, being a little nosy, talking about other people's stuff. But are we truly invested in that? No, because we got too much real life stuff going on to be invested in some celebrity stuff. And y'all got millions. All the drama stuff they be having going on in their life is just. That's how you know something is off too. Like I said that before. A lot of the times these people that done got to celebrity status, you done prayed for this. You wanted this. You asked God for this. You said, Jesus, please, I just want a chance. Please let them hear my music. I just want to be on stage in front of thousands and millions, singing my music and doing my videos. And this is what I want to do. I want to be an actor and an actress. Put me in a movie. This is what I want to do. You prayed for this. You asked for this. And then you get it. And then you're all over the place with it. I mean, it appears to be a blessing. I mean, just sitting here talking about it, you get the type of job that you always wanted. You get to show your talent, the job you always wanted. People love you, adore you. You paid good. You're a millionaire. It appears. But then even with all of that, they all over the place, always in the news, giving us something to write about, getting arrested. Relationships is all over the place. And it's always something. So what I thought that I wanted to be back in the day, like I said, I thought that I wanted to do this and be this and to be the famous and probably work hard and try to get on to this. I don't want to do that. I'm okay with being Geneva. Life is complicated enough with just being regular old Geneva, let alone trying to be some celebrity and stuff. And this life is complicated enough just being Geneva on whatever YouTube, a little bit of Facebook here and there. Life is complicated enough. So it don't seem like it's all cracked up to what they try to make it seem like. Because y'all dressed in nice clothes. Once again, you can be whoever you want. Look at Cardi B. They got Cardi B looking sophisticated. Did y'all see that white suit she had on when she went to court? She didn't look like she was a stripper no more. She didn't look like she was glazing over that pole just a year or two ago. Just glazing on it. Just had all vagina juice on the pole. Pole was just straight glistening. She don't look like she was just on that recently. She don't look like it when she had that outfit on. You want to know why? Because when you're rich and you got fashion designers willing to give you fashion clothes or whatever, you can look and be whoever you want to perpetrate yourself to be on social media and have everybody in awe talking about look how she look in that outfit, as if she wasn't just glistening up a pole just recently, and be saying some nasty things and stuff on social media all the time. Just because she had that outfit on, it just changed everything. Didn't she though? That's exactly who she looked like a J-Lo. That's who she looked like. Like that was a nice suit. And she looked nice in the suit. I'm not saying she looked bad in the suit and the suit was bad. It was a nice suit. And they dressed her up nicely in it. From the nails to the makeup to from the way she had her hair pulled back, the purse, the shoes. She definitely did the thug dizzle. She definitely. But we just know that that's not really her. You know, we know that. What? They have a picture of Cardi standing in front of an altar circling the internet. I don't even know. They're going to have Cardi doing anything because that's what she's there for. So they can make her up, do whatever they want to do with her, position her where they want her to be, bend her, do it that way, lay her back, dress her up or anything. They can put her on a purple outfit minus the head that look like a Barney outfit and tell her that's fashion and put on some purple heels and, you know, fix her makeup up and put her hair back in a nice cute bun. She go out there and flaunt that outfit on. She would go out there and flaunt that outfit. Why? Because they have made her to be what they want her to be. I mean, for God's sake, is she even rapping her own music? She ain't even rapping her own music. They even, because they know she ain't got talent. She's not talented. She's just a good entertainer. She's a very good entertainer. I'm entertained by watching her. I'm more entertained by watching her than I am from watching Nicki Minaj. To me, Nicki Minaj is more of what is it, a performer? Because she has more talent. And Cardi B to me is more of an entertainer. Because they can, you know, because she has personality. To me, Nicki Minaj don't really have personality. Nicki Minaj kind of come off very actorish. But then again, she is a pretty good actor because that barbershop thing that she did pretty good in there. She did pretty good. So I see her more on that. She got more talent. She's good at, you know, she's a good actor, you know. That's probably why she was so good at it. You know, like she could have been doing some theatrical work, some stage plays or something. That's more of her. But Cardi B, you know, she's just very interesting to watch. You know, she's entertaining. I don't even know how to say it, basically. So yeah, so they don't want her talent. But she ain't got no damn talent. You go to Nicki Minaj, you want talent. If you want somebody that can write their own lyrics, probably throw some bars at you instantly, we go to Nicki for that. If you want somebody, but see, Nicki can't dance. Nicki's a little stiff. We done said that about several times. But then we got Cardi B. They know Cardi B was just glistening that pole up recently. Oh, she can twerk for you. You need a twerker, she can twerk. Twerk, stick her tongue out. She got personality for days. That's why she's good for coming on Instagram, making them videos, because people love her personality. You know, she could be a little funny, a little comedic and whatever. But an actor, I don't think they should put her in no movies because she don't seem like she's an actor. She don't seem like she's an actor. She's a dancer, though. She can twerk up some, put booty juice on everything if you need it. If you need to see a little vaginas, some nipples and stuff, she can, well, Nicki can show you that too. They both can show you. Basically that. But they don't want her talent. They just want to dress her up and use her personality. They'll do better at writing the music. Listening to Cardi B write her music is probably listening to Jocelyn Hernandez. Ain't nobody listening for you, Jocelyn. You ain't making no real music, boo. Ain't nobody checking. We ain't checking. Now, we loved your personality. Your personality, oh, you were great on Love and Hip Hop. You need to go back on Love and Hip Hop, boo, because I don't know what you're doing over there on Instagram. But as far as talent, yeah, we can do without the rap music. You know what I mean? She should have let them dress her up. Why they didn't dress her up? I don't know. Maybe they seen something in Cardi where they felt like they can dress her up. Oh, but Jocelyn is kind of feisty. She got an older, mature feistiness in her. So they probably wouldn't have been able to as easily control that situation because we seen how she handled Love and Hip Hop. That's why she ain't on that no more. But Cardi B, they can probably puppeteer her a little bit better. I done talked myself through that. Yep, I see what that was. That's exactly. I done talked myself straight through that. I was confused and now I got it together. I guess that's what happened when I talked to myself. Y'all there too. I'm talking to y'all too, but I was talking to myself. Who playing a stripper in a movie with J-Lo? Hudson says she needs some 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 Febreze for that pose. And some sterile wipes. Some of them alcohol pads. Put that on there too. We got to put that on the list. You said Cardi B is playing in a movie with J-Lo as a stripper. See what I mean? Do you see what I mean? They had to put it as a stripper. Why? Because they're utilizing her talents. Utilizing. They was never finna make her a secretary. They could have made her a maid, but why make her a maid? Make her a stripper. She's good at that. She already know the words to say, how to split it open and crack it and pop it low. I won't be watching it. I'm not paying no attention to it. Where is Nika Silence? She's not. I mean, well, yeah, Nicki Minaj is. I didn't say that she was an Angela Bassett. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that. What am I saying? But yeah, I'm saying that in that barbershop movie, she didn't do a bad job. She played as what did she play as? She was trying to take Common from Eve. That's basically what it was. She was playing like a tad bit of a whore, but she was a beautician working in a beauty shop who, looked like she wanted Common, wanted to take Eve's husband. But she did a pretty good job at that role. Because some people just can't act. Just like T.I. T.I. have played in several movies, and several movies later, he still can't act. Still, from ATL, he couldn't act to all the other ones. He still can't act. He's just not a good actor. He's not a good actor. So by that being Nicki Minaj's first movie, that barbershop movie, which was a pretty big role for her, I thought that she did a pretty good job. Because some people, you can just tell they acting. When their acting voice sound like they talking. I don't know. It just don't sound right. I don't know. It's like their acting voice sound like they're reading a script. And sometimes that's how T.I. sound. I don't think he need to act. I don't like him as an actor. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But no, I'm not saying Nicki is, doing, they need to put out in some real good put in a movie with Denzel. No, I would be appalled putting her in a movie with Denzel. But yeah. No, I don't like that. And to me, that's how T.I. be sounding. He can't act. Not at all. Why does Nicki Minaj act so jealous of Cardi? I think that it's just like any situation. I think that if you feel like, okay, let's say that at your job, your boss loves you. There's other people that work there, but he loves you. You know that you got your picture up there as employee of the month. He's always coming to you for stuff. He's letting you know he got you training people because he know that you're good at things. You are the stuff at the job. Okay. And you've been there for some years, so you've earned this because you've been there for a minute. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, somebody come out the clear blue, ain't been at the job no time. Within a month, All of a sudden, your boss is noticing them. 2 months, 3 months, I don't give a care. You are going to feel some sort of way about it. Now the boss is coming to them all the time. They getting the employee of the month. The boss is, always coming, laughing and talking with them and making them feel good about things and telling them how good they're doing on the job, asking them to train people, promoting them and stuff, and they only been there for a few months. You gonna feel some sort of type of way about that. And I just think that that's what the whole thing with now, yeah, you can be the bigger person, and while you're damn near being booted out, they done batted you out, then kicked you out, because you see it. You can see it. You know what I mean? No one is telling you that you're being booted out, that we're going to push you down some and put this person above you, but you feel it. Now, you can be the bigger person, and despite that, go over there and be friendly to them. And if they need anything from you, damn near fall under them and be there for them. But the average person is going to feel some sort of way about that. Nicki Minaj been sitting up here doing her thing for all of this time. People were praising her. She sat there and had that fake booty for all of that time. People had praised her fake booty. They had loved her and everything about her. Okay. This is what the fans did and the record company did. All of a sudden, Cardi B comes out of nowhere. Where the hell did she come from? She was on Love and Hip Hop, sticking her tongue out, talking about she was finna marry some guy in jail. Just kind of tad bit dingy, if you ask me. But her personality was a bit funny. But, she was kind of all over the place. But anyway, where did she come from? Next thing I know, she's a rapper. She done came out with Bodak Yellow. It's done hit #1. Everyone is singing her song. They're talking about Nicki Minaj now. That same fake booty that always looked funny on her because it didn't match her thighs. Because I was talking about it before Cardi B came out. Now, all of a sudden, since Cardi B came out, now people want to talk about Nicki Minaj's fake booty and say that it's fake and it don't match her legs. Now everyone's calling her extra stiff. She been stiff. She been couldn't dance. But now because Cardi B, I know she's swinging on a pole and you love her personality because she's funny. And I mean, can you imagine in the masses sense on social media how that makes a person feel? I'm sitting up here trying to give you a little bitty analogy about a job. You at your job and the same. I mean, that's on some baby type of stuff compared to social media, articles, music videos, people coming in your comments, commenting about you. They are damn near putting the beef together. They're damn near putting that together. Cardi B against Nicki Minaj. I don't even know if Cardi B and Nicki Minaj was necessarily beefing right off top. I'm pretty sure as soon as Cardi B came out, people were already comparing the two. They were already comparing which one they liked the best. Who got the better song? Who body looked better? Who this is better? Who that? I mean, I don't even really think that they had to do it. I think that we were doing it for them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Nicki Minaj could have been a better person and invited her in, even though she sees whether her record people and her manager and all of them is telling her or not, that that you're being knocked down a notch. You know they finna knock you down a notch. Knowing that, she could have still went up to her and, tried to keep copacetic and nice and be cool and stuff with her, because at the end of the day, that wasn't Cardi's fault. Cardi probably didn't know that everything was going to take off like that. And then being open-minded about the situation, I see how that can make Cardi feel a certain type of way, that she just trying to come up in the industry. This is something that she always wanted. These are people that she looked up to. She's sitting back watching videos and watching award shows and loving these songs and loving Nicki Minaj, just like all the rest of her fans. Then all of a sudden get out there and notice people are feeling a certain way about you, talking about you, don't really want to work with you, acting funny towards you. That's going to make you feel a certain way. So I can even understand from her standpoint why she was bothered by that. So who do I really blame? I blame the record execs, because they could have made it work out where both of them could have had theirs. But we all know that someone always gets knocked down. Just like with the Cat Williams and Kevin Hart situation. Cat Williams was out here doing his thing. Next thing you know, they keep putting him in the media about he in the news and he's booted out. And where the hell did Kevin Hart come from? He came from nowhere. This man was on Soul Plane years ago, and no one really checked for him on Soul Plane. People talked about Soul Plane like they did Snakes on a Plane. They didn't really care for the movie. It was like a bootleg. It wasn't a good movie. Did nobody really know anything about no Kevin Hart? He just came from nowhere. Why? I guess just like how they say you can't have two people in there. I'm assuming. I don't really know. Maybe you can't have two people as I don't know. Because Denzel was out at the same time that Samuel L. Jackson was out, at the same time that Forrest Whitaker was out, and it wasn't like only one person could make movies. Only Denzel could make movies for this period. It couldn't be any more huge black actors. So I don't know what that's all about. I don't know, but it appears as if sometimes based on certain things, you may get booted out because they only want one huge female rap star, not two, not three, one main one, and then everyone else fall in line. Maybe one huge black comedian at a time, one huge one at the top, and then everyone else can kind of just fall up under that. I don't know what they doing. I have the slightest idea. But all I know is there's a part of me, there's a little part of me that is the open-mindedness part of me that feels sorry for both of them, because that just means that if another good rapper come out that's pretty and she got nice hair and they can take her and dial her up and fix her up and make her image be what they want it to be, Cardi gonna get knocked down next. And can you imagine being at the top and then being knocked down, how that feel, like how Nicki Minaj probably feel right now? Can you imagine Cardi going through that, how she gonna feel to be at a certain spot and be knocked down, and now they put someone else up over you, and now everyone is not, and then don't let this other girl just be more talented and she'd be prettier, and that's why I'm happy I'm not in that industry. You can't pay me. There's no loyalty there. They have no loyalty. They don't care, because all they care about is their money, finding the people that's going to help them stay rich. They don't care nothing about you. They paying you because you're doing the work, so they ain't got no choice but to pay you. But ultimately, they are concerned about themselves. So, You said Steve Harvey is Kevin Hart mentor? No wonder Kevin Hart's so damn phony then, because I believe Kevin Hart is phony. I believe there's a bit of phoniness there. And I kind of base that off of him looking so authentic and so sweet in the face. And every time he kept talking about my rib, talking about his wife, my rib, I got my rib. And they taking all of it. Like I said, you can be anything you want to be on social media. Your relationship can be however you want it to be. He taking all the pictures with his wife and my rib, until it came out on TMZ that he was cheating on his rib. Like, really, nigga? I mean, he was just looking all sweet in the face, and I thought he was really. Come to find out, this man ain't bit more thinking about that rib. He was thinking about a McChicken, not a McRib, but a McChicken. He wasn't thinking about her. So no wonder. He sure wasn't. Yes, cheated on her real quick. Cheated on her, and we only found out about that one time. Ain't no telling how many times before that he cheated on her, and if he's still cheating on her. Because right now he probably still talking about my rib. Nigga, whatever. Ain't nobody going. Ain't nobody going. Wait a minute. Hey, Lisa Ivy. Somebody sent something. Thank you so much, Uno, for the super chat, girl. I wink. Thank you so much. But anyway, I've been on here for a long time. Didn't cheat on the first wife. He probably did cheat on the first wife with the second one. Probably cheated on the first wife with the second one. Probably did, but you know what they'll say? That's what all men do. No, the hell they don't. No, the hell they don't. And I'm about sick of that stuff too. I'm about to get off of here. But I'm about tired of that. All men cheat. That's what men do. Men cheat. That's what well, that's what all men do. That's what women do too. So don't complain when we do it, because we all do it as a whole, as a unit. We're all human beings, right? How come it's all right for you to do that? Because it's in your genes, it's in my genes too. What you talking about? What you talking about? It ain't only in your genes. That's what all men do. No, the hell you don't. That's just like saying that all men cheat. You know, like we can't do that. We can't do that. That's just like when the teacher diagnoses your child bipolar. When the doctor diagnosed your child bipolar, okay, which I don't agree with, but they do that. Then you tell your child that they're bipolar, and then your child is taking medicine for bipolar. When now, since you are feeding that to your child, that they're bipolar, and that's why you do the things that you do, and that's why you can't sit still, and that's why you get angry so quick. Now they're going to use that. They're going to do something and they're going to catch an attitude, and they're going to switch real quick and do some stupid stuff. And then when you question them on that, they're going to be like, well, yeah, you know, I do it because I'm bipolar. I did that because I was bipolar. The reason why I don't try that hard on my work is because I got a learning disability. The reason why I don't sit still when you ask me to is because I have ADHD. And okay, whatever. You can't, you sometimes you can't tell people stuff. Because if you keep feeding them that, they're going to use that as an excuse. And I think that we have fed that too much to men, that that's how men are and that's what they do. I don't believe that the Most High would make man first to be over women, but make them cheaters. Just make it in their genes for them to cheat and sleep around, because that's what men do. Because that's how men are. I don't believe that my father would do that. Because then why? Because so then how can I even take him seriously as a head of household? He can't even control his penis. But I'm supposed to think that he can control the household? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not. See, that's that type of stuff that I be saying. The world will feed you BS. They will feed it. They will put a bunch of doo-doo on a spoon and feed it to you if you open up your mouth and take it. Some stuff you got to say, I ain't going. I don't believe that. Don't speak that. And don't say that around your sons either. Because then you speak that so much, then you teach that to your sons, and then your sons are 17, 18 years old, feeling like they're supposed to be little whores, sleeping around with a whole bunch of women. Why? Because that's what men do. Because that's how men are. They sleep around. They're promiscuous. They sleep with everybody. That's what they got the penis for. That's why the Most High gave them a penis, so they can stick it in every woman. Even though they got the sperm inside them and they plant the seed, the Most High gave the penis with the sperm, that with the ability to plant the seed, to be ignorant with it, because that's how men are, because that's what they do. I don't believe that. And I guarantee you I don't say that to my son. I guarantee you I don't tell him that. Because if I seen him doing that, I would be very disappointed in him, because he didn't learn that from me, because I ain't never spoke that nonsense. Because I don't even think that I've dated men that cheated, that just cheated, because that's how men are, because they all cheat. Mans didn't. And if they did, they didn't tell me about it, you know, and they did right too, because it would have been on and popping. And I think that women that allow that are weak. I think women who say stuff like that and allow that are weak. And the man know you weak. And because he knows that when he cheat, you know, because you done said it so much, that that's how men are. That's what they do. So then you accept him back in, because that's how men are. That's what they do. You know, certain women ain't going to tolerate that. And the man knows to don't go there. And if you do, you better be like Houdini with it and make everything possible disappear and it never surface. Because if we, those particular women, were to ever find out, we going to have some issues. And it definitely ain't going to be, I'm going to take you back, because that's how men are. And that's what they do. Because if that's how men are, that's what they do. then allow women to be whores. Then I'll be a whore and you can be a whore. We can be a mutual whore. I can be a female whore. You can be a male whore. I can be a estrogen whore and you can be a testosterone whore. We can do this as a unit. You know what I mean? My opinion. My opinion. But I'm about to go because I feel like I've been on here for too long. You know, for too long. I'm done. It's hot. I said I was going to take a walk. I ain't took no walk. Because my whole point of coming on here was to say, you never know who's watching you. You never know who's following you and who is watching you. You never know. I had no idea that Marjorie's ex-husband was following me on Facebook. None. I don't even know who else is following me on Facebook. It could be more. I would have to take the time to go through all the names. I don't even feel like it. I really don't, you know, but I could. And even if I do, I probably still don't even realize everybody. Like I could have went through the friends and seen Jimmy Townsend's name 20 times and I still wouldn't have put Jimmy Townsend with Jimmy Townsend. Still wouldn't have. But yeah, that's what I came on here for. And then I ended up getting off into like 99 other things. That always happened every single time talking to y'all. Every single time. That's why I just try to record videos. So I'm not on here for 12 hours. I don't want to talk to y'all for 12 hours. Hudson said, I got zero tolerance for that lying and cheating. Zero. None. But it's some women that got all the tolerance in the world. You can cheat on them 10 times and they're going to take you back. You want to know why? Because that's how men are and that's what they do. Keep believing that nonsense. You know, the Most High will allow you to have whatever you believe. And if you believe that, he will allow the devil to keep feeding you that nonsense. You'll never be in a faithful relationship. You'll never be happy because you keep speaking that nonsense. And then your sons will do the exact same thing because you believe it so. You believe it deep in your heart that that's how men are and that's what they do. Men, males, period. Because you even believe that your son gonna be that way. Your son will be a male whore. And at 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, he will feel the need to sleep with multiple women to find the right woman because that's how the Most High created him to be. Keep speaking that. Speak that over your life and speak that over your kids' life. And then when you find yourself in constant despair, I hope you will realize at some point that you did it to yourself. You did it to yourself. But anyway, people, I'm about to go. I'm about to go because it's hot in the mug up in here. I ain't got no fan on. Let me put this thing up here on here just because I paid for it. So y'all gonna see it. People, thank you for watching me today. Please make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to Geneva's Closet if you haven't already done so. And then did you know that I'm also on Facebook? Okay, thing. Get right. Okay, you're embarrassing me. You can also follow me on Facebook at Geneva's Closet. And if you want to email me and let me know something, you can email me at genevascloset22@gmail.com. Again, that's Geneva's Closet. Geneva's with an S. Closet with 2 T's. 22 people at gmail.com. And don't forget to follow me on Patreon because I told y'all that I will not be coming live all the time over here on YouTube because I'm over here for way too long and for too many hours. And I'm trying to change things up a little bit on YouTube. So I'm going to start taking things to Patreon. So you either going to be over there and be on board or you're going to be bootied out. I don't know what to tell you, people. I don't know what to tell you. But what I also said in my video that I ended up taking down is that many of y'all have mentioned calling in, you know, because y'all be wanting to call in and talk. And I have never did a call in because I didn't want to, basically. I ain't even going to lie. I just didn't want to. But when I go over there on Patreon, the whole point is to start introducing new things. And I'm not doing over here to introduce it over there. So I will be doing the call in so you can call in and we can talk. Or if I'm explaining something, we can talk about it. You can say Geneva this, and then I can respond back to you. It's easier than the whole typing thing because y'all know I be talking and I don't always look at the comments. So I may be missing some things. Basically, that's what I'm saying. But I'm about to go, people. Thank you to all the people who subscribed to me while I'm doing this video and who will subscribe to me later on. I appreciate you all. People really, really, really do. But other than that, now how do I get off of this thing? Now I'm trying to get off. How do I get off? How did I come on here? I came over here on this particular screen. Okay, there I go. There I am. I sure will, Deborah. I will look in there for your message. But you all have a fabulous Sunday evening. And I will be talking to you later, people. Bye.